2002, pulling up. Fireman's getting the pole moved forward where he can get at it when he's running the engine. Got to move it from the back of the pole tender to the front. Engine number 9's ready to go for the 10 a.m. departure. There's our engine purring sweetly away. Throwing smoke over top of the MCR shop. Transfer pit. This is operated by our log skidder. Oh, here's engine from Don Broadbear out there cleaning and doing the windows. Got to do the windows. Alright, putting the coal to it at times. Getting it all primed up for her run. Parked here overnight after our VIP run yesterday to Shedden last evening. And we're getting ready to go add some more equipment to the train and park it over at the Queso station downtown and head for Rosy Rhubarb. Getting the backup hose in position, and in fact it's got to come off because they're going to switch the train out. So the museum is part of the switching operations of Solars. They put the baggage car out, and L10, as part of Solars operation on behalf of St. Thomas Central, has got a hold of the baggage car next to the old CH&D caboose, ex-CH&D caboose. It's owned by St. Thomas Central. And we're putting it together here. Getting the train a little enlarged from what it was last night, and they're down over Ross Street right now, getting ready to put the bigger train together and head for the Rhubarb Festival, the 10th annual in Shedden, Ontario. And the museum has assigned the baggage car for that purpose. Being staffed by museum members Saturday and Sundays, June 8th to 9th, 2002. Historically the first time at Shedden, Ontario. The equipment is now being cut away, left on the track that steam engine number 9 is sitting on with its train, and steam engine number 9 then will back up and add these 2 items of railway equipment to the consist of the train. And then number 10 can go and relax for the rest of the day. Number 9's backing up. 5 cars, I think he said. Engineers responding to the conductor's orders. And we're off. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We're finally going to take on water. There we go. The water's going in. Now here's where the water's going in. And what's happening here, Dave?
Oh, we're just adding some water from the run yesterday. We're probably down to less than half when we pulled in. So just to be sure that we can make it back to Shedden without any problems, we're going to top it right up.
Okay.
We'll be adding probably around 16 today.
Is there any conditioner needed as well?
We'll condition it when we get back from our other trip.
Okay.
We're a little short on time, so
right.
It was conditioned when we left.
All right. So we're topping up with water.
And discoloration in there is just dropping from the 16.
Is it? Yeah. All right. No. And we have John at the controls here. And we have Cole for our Shedden run. And there's where we're getting the water.
Yep. Yep. Everybody clear?
Everybody's clear? Okay.
It is when I work for Harrison Radiator.
Oh, yeah.
Hard as
Now it's lunchtime. We trained a bunch of passengers, and we're going again at 2 o'clock. Engine number 9 performed very well. Pulling up engine number 9 after a big day. The Shedden. And so the coaling goes in the afternoon of June the 8th, 2002. That's Don Broadbear running the Burro Crane 187. Former New York Central Burro Crane. Privately owned by Don Broadbear. Using to coal up engine number 9 after a hard day's work. 2 round trips to Shedden today and 1 last night. Train standing there that we brought back and we'll take back tomorrow morning. The diner, Via Rail coach, the Midway, NW, the ECRM baggage car, and the ECRM and Sunday morning, June 9, 2002. We got a little problem here. Our switching lead is blocked by a couple of vehicles left here overnight at the Centennial Sports Club. And we can't get down the lead here. It's getting close to 9 o'clock in the morning. Looks like they've left them overnight and we don't know when they're going to come back, so we're going to have to do something. And there's Don Broadbear's trucks from the off the old NYC Conrail car. And here's the scene of our coaling operation, which we recorded last evening. And engine number 10 ready to go, and our equipment all standing down there, including engine number 9, all steamed up and anxious to get moving. Ready to go to Shedden again today. Next stop, Queso Station. Oh, the tow truck's arrived, so we're making progress. Going to get those vehicles away from the tracks there. Here we are, departing. Our overnight storage track at the MCR shop, Shedden County Railway Museum. Over the Keystone Station over there. And the Southern Station coming up via Rosy. Club at a party last night. We're on the way to Cross Street PX Tower. Beautiful downtown historic St. Thomas. City Hall in the center of the picture over there with a clock correctly saying it's the sign there, 9:35. And looking down the historic westbound main line, which ends right here at PX Tower. CN calls it St. Thomas House. Right there. There, a pair of the switches, and engine number 9 is going to pull forward to our spotting arrangement down at the station. Take our first load of passengers for the 10 o'clock run to Shedden, the 9-mile historic steam excursion for this weekend. Shedden, Ontario. Shedden, CN Shedden. CN Shedden at mileage 124.1. That's NF 124.1 on the old Canada Southern Railway, according to the New York Central and Penn Central Conrail timetables. And there was a station here in the 50s and 60s, and it got removed when the end of the freight service came. It was a freight station only, probably for the last 40 years of its life at the Depression times. Looking east towards St. Thomas, we see a little dip in the tracks, very, very small. And I can see a milepost on there, be probably mileage 124. I think that's what I'm looking at. Anyway, it's number 3 highways down there, about a couple of miles, crossing the old Canada Southern Railway. Looking on the south side of the tracks here, of this east-west track of the Old Canada Southern. We're looking where there used to be a siding in here and a livestock corral and a loading dock. And those bushes and trees over along in the line there is the location of the Chesapeake and Ohio, and which arose from the Pere Marquette Railway, which was built here in 1904. So that car is over there, and approximately it ran parallel with the Michigan Central here in this area on the Canada Southern line. So here's our train standing here at Shedden on Friday, May 7, 2002. Engine number 9 at rest, having delivered a trainload of passengers here, and waiting for some further welcoming, and then we're going to be proceeding to back to St. Thomas later this evening.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep.
At the end of the weekend, the rail's going to be tiny again. Good.
don't mind it. There goes the chemicals.
He's full.
I think you weren't supposed to do that with the other thing.
Alright, let's go. Engine crew in position. Make it move. Yeah, good.
Yeah, you can go. For getting ready for a 12 o'clock departure after having taken water and cutting away from the baggage car. That's the HRM Mobile Museum here for the afternoon. Pick it up at 4 o'clock.